Boys and girls, it's over. Number 1127 is home and dry. Lisbon Triathlon completed. So just relieved, happy it's over in some ways. I was up 6:45, tried to get in as much brekkie as I could, although didn't really feel like it at that time. And the race started at 8:15. So by the time I'd had a shower, brekkie, got my tattoos on and stuff, got dressed up, unpacked my wetsuit, which fortunately had arrived. I only found that at 10:45 last night, and yeah, got down there to the start. We kicked off punctually 8:15, and yeah, it was a bit of a shock. The water's quite cold, absolutely no visibility, couldn't see anything in the water. And 300 of us in the Olympic triathlon, so lots of legs kicking you in the face, arms, you're kicking them, just absolute chaos. And the water was so cold, it was just difficult to get the breathing right for the first sort of 400 or 500 meters. But after that, I got into my stride, and it wasn't bad at all, actually. I don't know, I'll get the official times later, but I think I swam about 35 minutes, which is a little bit quicker than normal for me. So given the cold water and everything, I'm quite happy with that. The transition was a little bit of a nightmare. I mean, somebody helped me put the wetsuit on the start line because I had no idea how to get it off. But somebody else helped me at the transition. Legs were all jelly, trying to get my cycling shoes on, and then it's kind of a bit of a run around the transition area to get on the actual bike. And then the cycling part started off a bit slow. There was a lot of wind out there. We're actually out on the motorway out of Lisbon. They'd blocked the road for us. So it was an out and back course, 2 laps. And on the way out, it was quite uphill and into the wind, particularly the last kilometres, about a 6% incline. So I was sort of averaging about 25 kilometres an hour, which is quite slow. And then you got the downhill on the way back, you got the wind behind. So I managed to get up to about 29 after the first lap. I was really hoping to get 30 plus. And then obviously a bit slower again, the second lap. So back down to about 28 and a half. And then the last quarter powered again and got up to about 29.3, 29.4, something like that. So that wasn't too bad, but it was a little bit slower than I hoped for. And I knew then that my real dream goal, which was to do 3 hours, was very unlikely because I had a 10.5 kilometre run to go and only about 50 minutes to do it in. So I'd have to do, a fairly quick, for me, 10k, which after all the swimming and cycling was probably not going to happen. Bit of cramp sort of felt in the thighs starting off the run, and ran that off, and stuck to about a 5 minute per kilometre pace, which I was quite happy with. At one point I was looking at my watch and I thought I might actually make the 3 hours. It was really confusing because there were 300 of us doing the Olympic triathlon. I don't know how many doing the half Ironman. Then there was like a sprint, a super sprint, a relay. So you got lots of people going different speeds at different portions of their race. Yeah, and then saw the finish line and just belted down the last 100 meters. Really enjoyed that. Got the crowd going with me, and that was fun. And I just nailed a couple of bottles of water, and I walked back, and it's 11:50, so I've got 10 minutes to get a shower, pack up here, and then I've got to go and pick up the bike, return the bike, get the wetsuit returned, come back to the hotel, check out, and yeah, well, what a week. Rafting the Ganges in India on Monday, downing vodka sours in Warsaw on Wednesday night, and Saturday morning, triathlon in Lisbon. So final time to be confirmed, but I think it was about 3 hours 2 minutes or 3 hours 3 minutes. So I'm really pretty happy with that. because it's an Olympic plus. It was the normal Olympic swim distance, 1.5 kilometres, but it was a slightly longer bike race, 45 instead of 40. So that kind of adds 10 minutes to me for me. And then it was a slightly longer run, 10.5 kilometres instead of 10, so that adds another 2 or 3 minutes. So really, that was like an Olympic in about 2 hours 50 minutes, if my timing is right. So definitely my best so far. And 3 weeks for Alcatraz. Off to play golf.